go ahead and get into it. What's good, y'all? What's up with it? Ow! It's your girl, Poppy.
And I'm joined over, you can call me Joe. The internet.
Hey, Sarah.
And you're now watching the live episode of Girl, Let Me Tell You. And y'all just work with us, okay? Just
Work with us.
Girl. Let me tell you. Let me tell you.
Question of the day. Tell me something good. With some exciting news, something fun. What's going on this week? What happened last week? Tomorrow? What's tea? Poppy, give us something good.
Okay. Good news. Instagram is paying your girl to post reels now. So if y'all follow me and I'm doing the 25-day fashion challenge, the first day I posted a reel and Jeremiah wants to say hello.
Hi, Jeremiah.
Hi, Jeremiah. Girl, first day I posted a reel, Instagram was like, girl, we finna start paying you. And I was like, say less.
Yes, because it blew up.
Yeah, so I was really excited about that.
Well, that's exciting.
Yeah.
Okay. Sarah. Love that for you, Poppy.
Thank you. Thank you.
So for me, baby, I'm back in the gym. And if you know, it's been a process to this health journey. And so
I love that.
So we in there. So that's just what's.
That's exciting. See, that's something that I always entertain the thought of doing, but never really actually do. You know what I'm saying?
Story of my life. I love
Just
that for you.
because I just don't like the gym for me, but I love that for you. Love that for you.
Right.
Something good for me. Let's see. How are you gonna ask this question and I have answered your own question? Oh, I get to see my sister again on Saturday. My oldest sister. Hey, Gina. She's having a Halloween party, so I'm gonna go see her, and we're gonna have a good time.
Yeah. Oh, what's the costume? Now you gotta tell us the costume.
Okay. I'm going to try to be Little Red Riding Hood, but with a twist. So I want to be Little Red from the Hood.
Little Red from the Hood.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm,
Isn't that cute? It's either that or I don't know. I'm gonna have to find some last minute from the Halloween store because this Little Red is coming together very much slowly though.
So, well, I think that'd be cute. That's fun.
Thank you. Of course, it would have. Oh yeah, sorry, brother-in-law. If you see him too, sorry, Corey. What's up? My bad. My bad.
I am dead.
Okay,
well, y'all,
so
yeah, go take it.
Go ahead. Ciao. Okay, so we wanted to hop on here just to change it up because y'all are so used to seeing us on Zoom. But we thought it'd be fun to kind of do random live episode recording just so y'all can kind of get a feel of the more authentic side of Girl, Let Me Tell You. See, like I said earlier, normally most of this we cut out so you don't see us make mistakes. But we make mistakes. What's wrong with the baby?
If he had quit drinking my tea, he wouldn't be coughing.
Child. Hey, Jeremiah. So what are we going to talk about today? So the first is Instagrammable relationships. Mm-hmm. We're going to try to cover everything. Instagrammable relationships, celebrity-like lifestyles, T. Also answering the question, what if life gave us a do-over button? What would you do? Would you change anything? And 2023, talking about that a little early, but you know, it's never too early to be thinking about the future. Okay, period. So let's start. Instagrammable relationships. What are our thoughts? Are we in relationships? Are we Instagramming them? And what is that like for us? Or if you're not, then what's it like seeing that? Who's got thoughts?
Child, I'm gonna say this real quick. I ain't putting nobody on my Instagram until it's a ring on my finger at this point. Because what I'm not about to do
Really?
is be having relationships out here in these streets, and then it don't work out. Then what you gotta do? Delete all the pictures, all the
True.
videos. Shameful,
True.
shameful.
True. True. I think I don't know if I could wait to post someone until we're engaged because I'm just like I don't know. I want to, not that I want to invite people in to
He
experience that
said
with
no.
me,
He
but
said
like,
absolutely not. Jeremiah said we're gonna wait.
but Jeremiah, this is individual journey, individualized journey. Hold up, Jenna. Don't say period, cause listen. Anyways, um, either way, that's all I'm saying. I think like if you are secure in that relationship, then it's okay to post it. I think the content that you post, like to the degree that you know, put your relationship out there is what kind of not makes or breaks it, but kind of makes or breaks it almost in a way because when you post it, your life or that part of your life is now subject to everybody else's opinion. And now they kind of play a part in your relationship in a sense. And that's something that I'm okay with doing. But it depends on the person, like how secure you are with that relationship. Now, if you just post just a post, baby, I can't help you. I don't know what to tell you. But I think if it's something that's solid, you think, even if it doesn't work out, then I don't know. I don't know. I ain't in no relationship. So I'm just talking on what I think. Sierra, what do you think? What are your thoughts? We have engagement only, and we have maybe if we're secure in that.
So I then that was like, oh, we gonna be on like Facebook status changing immediately. Relationship. But with today's time, I feel like now I have to like we have to have discussion. So it's just like at first it was like, of course you're being posted immediately, but now just like with different people and they get in your business, like you just have to be like more secure in your relationship now. And so I feel like we would have to have that conversation. Like, okay, how are we going to handle our relationship being on social media or known to the masses essentially? So I'm still here for it, but I'm willing to have the conversation. And like the Instagram world of relationships, like all them people, I think it's trash. Like hashtag relationship, because they look
Not throw it away.
throw it all away because they be looking so cute on Friday, and then all of a sudden some like Twitter thread on how like they're mad at each other, and then like by Tuesday they're slandering each other's name. So no more relationship. Hashtag relationship goals. That's dead. Uh,
Yeah.
What about
But see,
meeting people on
that's
the
the
internet,
difference
like
though.
online dating? Do you think that plays a factor in like having your relationship be on Instagram if you have like met them via like online dating or on Instagram? Like, do you think that in like I don't know influences couples to be like, oh, we met on Instagram, we finna be an Instagram couple and do all the dancing and reels? It reminds me of that game we played with the dancing man. I was like, absolutely not. But what do y'all
Absolutely not.
think?
I don't know. I don't think an online relationship would for me would influence that because one, I don't think I would feel the need to announce it because again, like I said earlier, like what you it depends on the content that you post. So if that's your thing, if y'all met on Instagram, we finna be that Instagram couple that just makes it and shows everybody else how to make it as Instagram couple. Like if that's your thing, that's your gig. But I don't think that that would make a difference. Now, as far as you communicate, like outside of that, that probably could make a difference. But as far as you being online, because regardless, people aren't going to post the bad. They're only going to post they're good, cutesy, dates, brunch, traveling, ew, all this kind of stuff. But they're not going to, just openly say, we have problems, if that does that make sense. So, and that's what I wanted to say too. Like, I'm here for it only if I can see the realness, because I know y'all are really cute, y'all look good together, but what's it like on the other side of the phone? Does that make sense? So, I mean, not to tell your business, like you don't have to, just share all your tea, but I want to know like if you like, how you resolve conflict or what type of things y'all talk about you know, your deep conversations that you have, sharing with other people, relationship advice, things that I can learn and take into my relationship, et cetera, et cetera. You know, the cutesy stuff is cute, but let's be real. So that's how I feel about that. No, I don't think it influences it, to answer your question. So that's that. Sierra?
Oh, I mean, I agree.
I'm weak.
I do agree. Especially about the part when you're like, can the relationship sustain outside of Instagram, outside of social media? I think that's super important because you know how when Instagram like shut down and the world was like, what's going on? What's happening? And it was just like, okay, well, when that happens, like, do you still literally have like a real relationship? And so that part I was like, emphasis, double tap emphasis.
Yeah.
I hope that lets y'all see why I was like, I'm not really apt to posting about it until it's engagement, like serious, because I think sometimes putting relationships and things like that online can almost deteriorate them because you want to keep up a certain image. You want to make sure, oh, like we have to be the cute couple, or we have to make sure this looks good and that looks good. And I'm not saying that happens to every couple, but I think social media can definitely play a role in, dang, Jeremiah, can definitely play a role in that aspect of your relationship, especially if one of the people cares more about social media than the other, and just different things like that. So I don't know.
And people get jealous, like when you put out your relationship, people really get mad that you with him and vice versa. And it's just like, you really
depends on who you with now. Sometimes I'd be like, that's yo man. For you.
Yeah, because people like try to enjoy your relationship or find something you did about 10 years ago and bring it back up and all this. And so you really have to, going back into that security, like really be secure about your relationship, you know, when the phone is down.
Yeah, I think social media, not just Instagram alone, but social media can play a huge part in like the longevity of relationships and also the health of relationships or lack thereof, because I follow a few influencers on YouTube who have like posted their relationships before, like online. You can see them, this is how we interact with each other, and they're like no longer together, and they talk about like how big of an effect social media had on them. One, because that's their job for content creation, because that's like a whole nother level of added stress. But then they made the decision to include this person that's, you know, a personal part of their life to people they don't know at all and who don't know them really at all. And it just kind of created a wall there. Some people are very open about their relationships. I would be open to an extent, but I'm not just going to be like, I got a boyfriend, we've been dating for a week, here he is, you know? Like, you're going to know that I'm with someone, but you're not going to know what we're about, if that makes sense. Like, I'm going to give you the gist. Like, you're going to know I'm not single, but you won't know his name, what he looked like, none of that kind of stuff.
But for real, ain't no tags. You ain't gonna go follow him. You ain't doing none of that. You ain't gonna comment on the pictures. Don't do that. No. We're not doing that.
Absolutely not.
But no, I think that was I think that's actually a really good segue into the celebrity like lifestyles. So do you guys think, and not just about relationships, but just in general, like if you were ever to become a content creator, social media, thousands of followers, could you, like, how do you think you would handle the celebrity lifestyle? Like, how would you go about that? Like, I would love to just know, because I mean, I ain't gonna lie, I want Girl Let Me Tell You to be that. I want it to get up there. So how do y'all think? Like, what do you think you would do?
How we would handle it? Sierra, you go.
So mine's kind of like a two-part on how I would handle it. So when it comes to like, you know, the money, more people knowing my name and, you know, being more out there, like I'm totally secure in that. Like identity, it's secure. Like that's been a whole process, excuse me, with God and I. So like I'm pretty straight when it comes to like being changed by the fame. But when it comes to like the constant schedule, like I got something to do every day. Like who? Like, that's the thing that I'm just like, I don't know if I could really handle that part because it's just a lot. Like, Sierra likes her breaks. Sierra is an advocate for take a day off of work. That's my life. Sierra likes to sleep for hours. So just like constant, like go, go, go. I'm like, I gotta interview, just pause. Like, other than I could do it. I could do it. You know, if it's something that God called me to, like, Sierra, you're going to be up there. And then I'm like, okay, He's prepared me for it. You know, I have grace for it. So if it's a God thing, then cool, I'm with it.
Yeah. Yeah. So y'all know me. Naturally, I'm like, yes, I will live my best. You know, all the attention on me. I love being in front of the camera. I love having the attention on me. Like, child, I just eat it up all the time. I think I would be able to do it, but I would really need like a good team. Because I prefer to work independently. I'm a very independent person. I'm just very stubborn. I'm very particular. I like things how I want them to be. But doing stuff like that, you cannot do on your own. Like, you need a good support system. You need a good team. You need management. You need all types of stuff, good equipment, child. You need money. Just all the things that go into that. I think that would be the one thing that would stress me out is, do I have those people around me who are going to, like Sierra said, if this is a God thing, if this is my purpose, are they going to push me into it or push me away from it? So that's just one thing to be mindful of. Speaking of content creation, or especially being a celebrity, because I know people be fake these days, and I feel like a lot of celebrities don't really mess with each other because they know like what's up. Like that's just the reality of being a celebrity. So I would love to be famous though, but I don't know if that's gonna happen. So, Poppy, what do you think?
I think, oh, child, I think I would need an assistant. I would need a really good assistant. To this, like, even right now in my own life, I'm like, man, if I could just have an assistant, things would probably go a lot easier. But hold on, what is he doing? Y'all, I don't know what my child is doing. Here, you want this? Okay, anyways, like I said, I think I would have to like piggyback on Joanna and just say I would really want to have a good assistant, a good team, people that are there to support me through it. But I think ultimately the hardest thing for me, and I think I've been having small pockets of big things happening digital media wise for me lately, with like the magazine feature and the Instagram Reels thing. And sometimes people be commenting some crazy stuff on these posts. And I feel like for me, I'm the type of person, like, I read the things, I look at that type of stuff. And that would probably be the hardest transition, is just like having a lot of outside people, and also their opinions, being so just in your face all the time. So I think just that aspect of it and the mental health part, I would really have to prioritize self-care a lot more. But I think I would love it. I mean, big period. I'm just gonna be. I love being on stage. I love the lights, the camera, the action, the hair, the makeup. I love it. I think I would really enjoy it. But I also would be mindful of using my platform for good, and making sure that I'm always giving the glory and the praise and the honor to God, because I would never be who I am or where I am without Him. So like Sierra said, if it's a God thing and it's supposed to happen, I'm supposed to be there, then I know we'll make it through. But I think there's just a lot of things you have to really be mindful of. And especially being a mom, like, I wouldn't want to miss out on things with Jay. Like, I don't know. So I feel like I could do it. I would do it. I would love to do it. However, I have to agree, having a good team behind me would be my biggest thing, probably.
For sure. And something that I would be concerned about too is in terms of like content creation or whatever the case may be. I don't consider myself to be a creative person. Like, I don't think I'm naturally creative. Like, I have to wreck my brain a lot to produce something that I feel like is worthy of being labeled as creative. Even though everyone has their own ideas, I just don't feel like I'm a creative person naturally. So I think it would be important for me, going back to having that team, to be able to bounce ideas off of people. And another thing too, when speaking of like, because Sierra said it earlier, she was like, I'd be good on the God thing. Like I wouldn't let it go to my head. I'm not saying that would happen to me, but that's what a good support system would do. Would be like, hey,
Helps level
you're
you
getting a
out.
little, you're getting too much.
Mm-hmm.
You need to sit down. Let's go back to the basics. Talk
Right.
about that, and just kind of refocus. Because I think once you lose focus and stop producing, content that's, I don't know, that you're meant to be producing, I feel like the people on the other side of that can feel it.
Mm-hmm.
Like
And
your
and the
subscribers or
work
your
gets harder
watchers.
too.
It
The
becomes
work
harder.
gets harder
It's no
because
longer
it's
fun.
like, this is not where I want to be. This is not what I'm supposed to be doing. So the whole flow of everything really does change. And you kind of almost even hit like creative blocks. Like I've hit creative blocks in my own creator journey thus far. And so I can only imagine even having a bigger platform. I feel like that's just, I don't know, it's wild to think about. But people literally can like go viral one day and then the next day have hundreds of thousands of followers. And
Not for real.
like that's wild to me.
It's so easy to go viral these days. It's so easy.
I mean, it seemed easy, but baby, I've been trying. So I don't know.
This girl went viral on Instagram. Check out her reel at, what's your at the Poppy J.
At the Poppy J. Yeah, go check it out. No kidding.
But that is a lot of hard work though. So shout out to all the content creators and celebrities of the world, because y'all, that's just not my ministry. It just can't be. Nope. No.
It's it ain't fair.
It's really not.
Piggyback on what you said about and Poppy about like the accountability part. Like I heard someone say that you need to have a friend that's not impressed with your status, and so that means that they will tell you like, come down, like you're doing too much, back up, all the things that we said. And so when they said that, I was like, that is so powerful. Like, I'm not impressed with your followers. Like, here's what's going on. This is what you're falling into, and we're going to come back and things like that. Or where it's like you just spending your money crazy. If you kind of put God on the back seat, if you kind of haywire a little bit, that really just blessed me. And so
I love that. Yeah, that's good. You need somebody that's not impressed with your status. Period. Like, girl, I knew you in the trenches. That's what I see you as, in the trenches.
Right. You're still there.
You're still there.
Right.
You might have a Louis, but you're still there. You might be on the red carpet, but you're still there. Okay.
Exactly.
Be humble.
Those are the people you need to keep around. Like, that's the only type of people I really would want on my team. People who are going to keep it real with me. Because I feel like I'm the one to keep it real with you. Like, as a friend, I'm going to be like, I've been noticing this, and it's just not how we used to operate. We moving out of alignment of that.
Just a little.
Let's straighten that out. I'm always gonna keep it real. It's just out of love. It's out of love for you. That's all it is. Ciao. I don't know about that.
Well, I think that's a good ending spot for that topic. We have time for one last question. Okay. I know we had 4 topics necessarily, but we kind of running out of time a little bit, and I don't want everybody to be on here so late or whatever. So the last question we will ask and answer is, if you could go back a year, if life had a do-over button, they said, all right, we're going to take you back 1 year, 365 days to start over there, would there be anything you would do different? Yes or no? And why would you do something different, or why would you not? And if you want to say more than a year, like you can be like, okay, my spot is actually 5 years ago. I would go 3 years, but the general question is 1 year.
General question, 1 year. You could go back a year. Restate the question so I know what I'm thinking of.
If you could go back 1 year and start over there, what year would that be, and why? And would you do anything different?
Okay. Golly, what's with the sirens? Any year, I'm trying to think.
If you could go back to a year and start over there, what year would it be and why?
Child, because I barely even remember 2021. Like, did that even happen? We just skipped over that. Like, for real. Where did that go?
I don't even remember 2021.
No, for real.
Sierra, do you have a year you would go back to?
I'm trying to think. And do something over.
Yeah.
I'm trying to answer this without putting my business out in the street.
Hey, we get real. We on Girl, Let Me Tell You.
Well,
Might as well. And we're live, okay? They don't get this all the time.
I think that's just a hard question to ask, to think about or to answer, because I believe everything happens for a reason. And then if I start thinking about a year that I would change and what I would do different, I'm gonna be like, okay, well, this would have happened then instead of this happening. So, child, let me think. Okay, don't overthink it. It's just a question. It's not real life. It's not real life. Just hypothetical. Great.
Hypothetical. Come on
Right.
now. She's thinking too much. Overthinker
Okay.
alert. And that's okay.
I would go back to probably 2019, pre-pandemic, because hello. I say 2019 because I was new in my faith for probably about maybe a year at that point. And I actually talked to my sisters about this one time. I would want to go back and redo that entire year because I felt like I was so boxed in. And I'm gonna keep it real because we keeping it real on here.
Yeah.
I love God. You don't love God? What's wrong with you?
What's wrong with you? Okay, sorry.
But I made some really, really good friends in undergrad when I was first introduced to Jesus. But I didn't realize it until this year, just like looking back and reminiscing. I was so boxed in and trying too hard to tune in with who I felt God wanted me to be that I wasn't living. Like, I wasn't trying to make room for mistakes. I just wanted to be perfect all the time. And I wanted to be perceived that way. I wanted to present myself that way. And I was trying so hard for the people around me to jump on the same train. And it just wasn't working. And I don't know. I felt like for the longest time, I was myself, but I was also someone else. Like I was playing a role. Like it was real, but it almost wasn't. So I want to redo that entire year because I feel like that first year of me just accepting Jesus was like fun and it was great, but I was doing a lot of like learning. It was a lot of learning and a lot of outside things. You know how it is when you're new in your faith. People are like, you should think this way. Now, girl, read this. Girl, let me figure it out for myself. I was very much doing what I thought other people wanted me to do. I wasn't doing what Joanna wanted to do. And I just wasn't living. I feel like I really didn't start like living, if I could put it that way, until like a year ago or this year. Like just being okay with making mistakes. Like, sis, you're a human at the end of the day.
Right.
And I only wanted to be around certain people. And that's okay. But I feel like for me now, those different perspectives have taught me something. And I'm able to understand other people in a better way. Again, I'm trying to put that without putting my business out in the street. But I feel like y'all understand what I'm trying to say. 2019,
Yeah.
I would redo that. For
I
sure.
feel like
And
you
just live a
articulated that
little.
very well.
Okay, great. Just live a little, basically. 2019, go, girl, live a little. Okay.
I love it.
What about you
I
guys?
love that. Sierra?
Oh, me? Okay. So I would go back to 2016. That was when I transferred from my previous university to Oklahoma State University. And go Pokes.
Go
Anyone?
Folks!
Oh,
Yay!
woo!
You
Go
always
Mean
was
Green.
doing too, and I was like,
I
girl,
know.
absolutely.
I know.
And I would just say that just because like I was so in my shell that I feel like I missed out on a lot of things. So the transfer was, it was a lot, but at the same time, like there was so much opportunity for me to do so much, but I was just like it's so, and so I just reverted with Shell. And so, and I think the not complete rest of my collegiate experience, but just a lot mixed in with life, um, kind of came from that first transition. And so I would just go back there and just, be like, Sierra, like you can do it, like go out there. I was starting in 2016, like my entire life. But it was like I said, like God is intentional, like, things happen for a reason. But I would just enhance the opportunity and experience that, he laid before instead of just reverting into shell.
I like that.
Love
That's
that.
cool. That's really cool to think about, especially being that I met you at Oklahoma State. So I like that. That's interesting. I would go back to homecoming weekend 2019 and tell Mariah, if you're listening, why did you let me wear that to homecoming? That outfit was
Girl.
so ridiculous. No, I'm kidding.
Log
I'm
on.
kidding.
Go now.
I know I got to give you a little comedic relief now. But no, for real, I look back on that last homecoming because that was the homecoming before COVID hit. And I was like, I cannot believe I wore that for my last homecoming. I thought I had another one, but I didn't get the other one. But I was like, dang, I dressed better than this. That was kind of hard. That was hard for me to accept. Do you want to come sit? No? Okay. But realistically speaking, if I could go back to a year, I would probably go back to, this is about to get real sentimental. Oh my God. But I would probably go back to 2012, 2013, because that was the last year I had with my grandmother and I didn't know it. So if I could relive a year, that would be the year because I love that woman. And I don't think I appreciated her quiet advice and wisdom that last, because I was a high school cheerleader. We were on the road to state. We was living our best life. I was like, yeah, woo. And I didn't really focus more in on the family things. I was just more of like school, extracurriculars. Let's do this, let's do that, like all that kind of stuff. And I think I would go back to that year and focus in more on family. And I think I would just do that in general from 2012 up until now, because even when I left for college and went out of state, there was just so much that I feel like I missed. And I'm like, dang, like, should I have went to school in state? Like, you know what I mean? And I missed just a lot of time with my family and my cousins. And I don't know, I feel like I just would have focused on it more in some kind of way, shape, or form, because the relationships are really beautiful. And I think just relationships in general in life, no matter what type of relationship it is, they do need to be cherished. And you need to have that reminder, or just like making sure that you're taking time out of your schedule to spend with certain people that you love. And so I think that would be something that I would do more of. Since having Jeremiah, it's still a balancing act for me with work and all of my ambitions and things, to really enjoy the moments that I'm in. Sometimes I feel like it's hard for me to enjoy different things because I'm balancing so many different things and having to do that with family. But I think having Jeremiah allowed me to really focus more on my family, which has been so nice. Because I don't know, he's like the little person that puts all the glue to everybody. You know, if Jeremiah's there, my mom's gonna be there. I know my sister gonna FaceTime in. I know my dad gonna be like, let me see Jeremiah, what you doing? Like, so it's really nice to kind of have that reset. I feel like Jeremiah almost kind of gave me to get back in tune with my family after college, COVID, pregnancy, a baby. It's been really nice these last couple of years to just kind of spend time with family, even though sometimes I'm like, y'all dropping me crazy. I love them to death. And these are moments that I cherish even more now, having grown up in a family where I've lost a lot of people along the way, a lot of uncles and cousins and grandmas. So it's a different kind of outlook that a child brings when it comes to relationships and family and things like that. So that's what I would do. And I almost cried just now, if you didn't notice, but I held it in.
We noticed. Doesn't Jeremiah have the same birthday as your grandma?
My grandma, yeah.
See?
And it was so funny
God
too,
works.
because like, who was I talking to? I don't know. I posted the video on my story and I was like in the hospital crying because I like had him. And somebody had messaged me and they were like, girl, why is you crying after having a baby? Like, I've never seen anybody cry. And I'm like, first of all, you don't know the story. You don't know the journey that I've been through on this pregnancy and a pandemic. I was like, but second of all, you also don't realize that this is the birthday of my grandmother that I lost years ago, you know? And this is almost kind of like a connection moment. And so when it happened, it was just so surreal. And so like the connection that women have to God and to heaven to be able to birth children and bring them into the world is so amazingly indescribable. And so in that moment, with all the things, the date, the birthday, the things that I had endured and gotten to, of course I was going to cry. Of course these tears were going to happen. And it was just one of the most beautiful experiences, but also one of the hardest ones that I've ever done. And I think it's just been really amazing to be able to be a mom and to be able to have the ability to manage my time differently and to not feel guilty for managing my time differently. You know, like I'm not out here in these streets. I ain't out here, you know, doing all the crazy things. I have my moments, I have my days, but I think like if I didn't have Jeremiah, I have no idea where I would be, who I would be, or what I would be doing. So I'm glad and I'm proud of the person that I am now after the process.
That's good. What I'm gathering from all of our stories to our watchers and listeners out there is that life is short. So you should be intentional. You should enjoy living. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. You should go for whatever you want to go for, achieve all your goals, and not be afraid of failure, and spend time with the people that you love and really value those relationships, because God works in mysterious ways. You never know his plan until he reveals it to you. So
amen.
Just go for it. Okay.
Yes, honey. Y'all better live life out there. Okay. Y'all better live your life to the fullest.
Live life.
But y'all, I think this was a really great live episode. I'm so proud of us. Look at girl, let me tell you. We have 2 more episodes and season 1 is over. That's wild. Y'all have really been on an incredible journey with us. And we're just getting started. But y'all, 2 more episodes and we're done. Are y'all ready for that?
I'm ready to have a break, but I have enjoyed this time on the podcast. It's so much fun being able to do this and release things and let it, be known to the world that we're not perfect. We're just trying our best. We're just trying to do what we got to do and give people the best advice we can.
Yeah.
Bring God glory out doing it at the same time. So,
yes.
I'm
gonna go ahead and me too. I'm gonna go ahead and get us closed out. Anybody got any last comments, questions, concerns you want to tell the people?
Tune in to Girl Let Me Tell You bi-weekly on Fridays. Subscribe, like, comment, and subscribe to our YouTube channel at Girl Let Me Tell You Podcast. And I think that's it. Is that it?
Yeah. Okay.
Follow
Well,
us.
Joanna, Sierra, thank you, ladies, so much. I always appreciate our talks. I appreciate you coming to talk to me. I don't know what's going on in your little square, but it's a lot going on outside. Okay.
I see the lights right outside.
But to the listeners and watchers out there, we love you. We thank you so much.
Yes, y'all. You know, the conversation stop here at bi-weeklies on Fridays soon, but in the meantime, follow us on Instagram and like.
And of course, you know, you can always tune in on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel at Girl Let Me Tell You Podcast. Thank you guys so much for tuning into this live episode of Girl Let Me Tell You. And we will see you next time on the next episode of
Girl, let me tell you.